What's up guys, Jim here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be working on the Powerstroke. So it looks like I'm having a problem with my FICM, that's a fuel injected control module. So essentially this thing is supposed to put out between 45 and 48 volts to be able to run the injectors correctly. And so basically when you're driving in this thing, when you start it cold, the voltage is dipping down to like as low as 30 volts, which obviously the injectors aren't hitting right and it's just running really rough. And yeah, it's just been a pain in the ass. So I got the monitor on right now. So you can see, if you look at the one that says FMP, that's the FICM main power. And you can see with just key on, this is key on, engine off right now. You can see that it's right about, 48 volts where it should be. But as soon as you start it, all right guys, so I moved the air filter out of the way, the whole air cleaner assembly, and I took the degas bottle and just tipped it forward. And as you can see right here, this is the FICM. So essentially, I think all the years are different, but on the 07 model, you just have to remove the 2 bolts here and the 2 bolts back there that basically are in the same spot. And then there's just 3 connectors on the bottom of this thing and just pull them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing up right here, and then we'll talk about the next step. All right guys, so I pulled this thing out relatively easy. You can see there's just 3 connectors. Sometimes those can be a little bit of a bear. You just got to kind of wiggle them around and they'll pop right out. The hardest part is making sure that when you put this thing back in to make them seat properly. But yeah, I guess we're ready to start taking this thing apart. And I'll show you guys the board that goes in here and how we're going to take this apart and put the new board in. I'm going to take this thing into my workshop and do it there so I got a nice flat surface. Alright guys, so we're going to start taking this thing apart. It's actually pretty easy. I think you have to take off this inspection plate and remove the screws that are on the top of this thing. So we're going to do that first. This is just a T20 Torx. And I think they're all T20s, so I think they make it easy for you. So this is just the inspection plate here. If you didn't have like a dash boss or some kind of a reader that you can get the voltage, you can also do it from here with a digital multimeter. And just make sure the gasket's clean, so you don't get any moisture or anything up in there. And like I said, these guys have to, okay, so that's a small one. Let's see what we got here. So these guys are T10s. Okay, so that's done. We'll flip this guy over, and then we'll take out these ones here. There's 3, another 2, and then another 3 back here. And thank God for Diesel Tech Ron's videos, or I would never be able to do this. Diesel Tech Ron was probably one of the best 6.0 Powerstroke mechanics out there. And obviously, unfortunately, we know his fate. Rest in peace, Diesel Tech Ron. Don't know how they seal these things, but it looks like it's kind of a pain in the neck to pull apart. Oh, there we go. There we go. So the top part, this is like the logic controller and all that shit. This stays alone. That's not the part that we have a problem with. Or that I hope we don't have a problem with. It's this down here. So basically what we see here it's this new replacement board here. So we're going to take this out and put this one in. You'll see that it's got these shields right here, so the shields have to come off, and then there's just a couple screws that hold that thing on, and we should be home free. That could be challenging. You see here? They put this goop over the friggin' hardware. So that might be sort of challenging trying to get those ones out. I'm gonna have to scrape off some of this crap. I'm not even quite sure how I can do it. Alright guys, so I got all those bolts out, screws, whatever. It wasn't that much of a pain in the ass. I just had to cut cut this crap off the top of it. And yeah, pulls right out. I guess, almost. There we go. I don't really know I don't know shit about electronics, so I really don't know how to tell what went bad or where something might have gone bad, but I don't know. So obviously one of the capacitors, are these things little transformers? I don't fucking know. Somehow it takes 12 volts and makes it 48 volts. And over time electronics degrade and it just, you know, doesn't work that well. My truck is an 07, so it's basically almost 12 years old. And yeah, I guess shit just goes bad after a while. I'm not the only one that's had this problem. There's quite a few. So basically now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this new one in the same exact way. Oh look, see where the goop is that they pour in here? They actually leave the holes nice for you so you can put it back in easily. So we're gonna just slide this bad boy right back on there and just do the reverse order here. Alright, so that does it. Didn't even take long at all. What was that, like 10 minutes or so? Maybe 15 minutes? Whatever, I don't know. Either way, quick and easy. Hopefully it was done right. You know, there's not really many mistakes you can make as long as you're not friggin', you know, digging chips off the board and, you know, whatever. Seems pretty easy. So now, all we're gonna do is go throw this thing back in the truck and crank it up, take it for a ride, and see what happens. Hopefully the voltage stays stabilized. So let's go. Alright guys, so one quick thing. When you're putting your FICM back in this thing, the hardest part is making sure that these three connectors get clicked in all the way. You can see that there's like a clip on both sides. So essentially, obviously, that hits both sides. So when you're putting this thing in, get both hands underneath it, like this. So when you're putting it in, and it's like this, get both hands underneath it, and just clicking one at a time using both hands, and starting from the back up to the front. And there shouldn't be a problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and put the rest of this shit together, and then we'll start it together and see what happens. Alright guys, so I got everything buttoned up. I got the key on, the engine off, and I got the monitor set back up. And as you can see right now, we're sitting at 48 volts. Oh, and up to 48.5. That's a good sign. It's never done that before. But like I said, the spec is between 45 and 48. So we're going to start it up and see what happens. Oh, yeah, look at that. 48, 48.5, 49, 48.5. Yeah. So, all right. It looks like we fucking looks like we did the job right. It's not even dipping down at all. So I guess basically what I'm going to do now, oh, and it even sounds much better. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the injectors aren't clattering or nothing. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this thing warm up a little bit. I'm going to go in and wash my hands, and we'll take it for a ride and make sure the voltage doesn't dip under load. So basically what happened before, like I'd be going up a hill and even just a quarter throttle and it'll be down to like 30 volts. So this will be a good test. I'll drive it around town a little bit and we'll see. So stick around for the test drive. Alright guys, so we're on the test run now. Damn, she sounds good. And so far so good. It hasn't dropped below 48 volts. If you look right there. I'm getting on a main drag right here on the main road. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to give her the beans, give her full throttle and see what the hell, you know, make sure it's good. Ah, of course it's fucking traffic. I'm gonna obviously not fucking give her the beans right here, so give me a few and we'll get this bad boy at wide open throttle. She sounds so good right now. I'm loving this. The volts never dropped below 48. I'm so happy for this. My truck was running like shit the past couple of weeks. Wait till we get up here, maybe I can give her the beans again. Back in traffic everywhere, but this bridge usually I can get up to 50, 60 miles an hour. I know the speed limit's only 45, but you know, it is what it is. As soon as this fucking guy can go, be a wonderful thing. Come on, guy, let's go. She's running good. Now I'm trying to think about how long I may have had this problem because my injectors have been sounding like shit for like, I don't know, a couple months now. And I think this fixed all of my issues. I thought I had an injector going bad. Apparently not, because she's running like a fucking top now. And look at that voltage on the FICM. That's the FMP one. 49 volts, 48.5. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that we fixed our problem here. So if you like the video, make sure you give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.